Hey there, stranger friends. We are back. And before we start today's episode, we want to take a quick minute to say thank you to all of the new patrons that have joined us and are supporting the show. Huge thank you to all of you. So let me start off by putting your name in lights. Leah J, JK, Rosa M, Cheryl M, Rosie M, C, Jesse, Holly W, Nancy L, Nick C, Katie C, Dana G, Kate T, Joe T, Amanda B, Portia B, Vila, Matthew V, Anna M, Jessica E, Mo G, Chai O, Tammy H, Amanda S, Brian N, Ronnie M, Amy M, Katie, Jessica HM, Kat R, Laura Z. Thank you so very much for joining our Patreon. You're helping us pay bills. We got URLs and hosting and legal shit we got to do. So thank you so much for easing that burden, because it all comes out of pocket when you are an indie podcaster. If you want to join our Patreon and get those patron benefits and throw a coin in our hat to help support the show, keep things going, we would greatly appreciate it. You can join at, I think we have 4 different tiers, and those tiers include different benefits. So you can check those out at patreon.com/imperfect strangers. And without further ado, let's go to the show.
Do you know what I'm having for breakfast right now?
Oh no, what are you having?
I'm having a box of Botan Rice Candies, and then I'm waiting for this episode to be over so that I could eat the Stork Chocolate Raisin candies.
Oh.
Because I am still riding high on that tooth piñata.
They did such a sweet job. I was enjoying watching the preparation of the planning, the coordination. I mean, hats off to Elizabeth. Elizabeth really just got everybody in line, and everybody just started with their little contributions. It was so cute.
Dude, little contributions. This thing, first of all, okay, the box it came in was scary. So I met Elizabeth's husband, and he was just like, man, I just had to get it to the post office. I have to tell you how that box got quarantined. So apparently it arrived at the beginning of the month.
Uh-huh.
And, I was gone and off and doing things, and I hadn't been back in the factory until I got back from LA, and I had to do a bunch of other weird things, so I was never making it to there. I started going there, and then the other day, I went and I looked in the warehouse department, whatever, but the warehouse guys were already gone, so I couldn't ask any questions. And you know how you don't like digging around at people's desk? Like, this is someone's work area. I'm not going to touch anything.
Yeah.
So we didn't see, this box would be easily recognizable. So I didn't see, a crazy box. So the next day, Justin was going to the factory. I go, if you could, can you just ask the warehouse guys if they've seen a strange box? And he's like, oh, what? And I was like, I can't even, you know how you try to start explaining and then it sounds crazier. So
right.
You're like, just look for a weird box.
Yeah.
Apparently they'd found the weird box. They called Justin, was like, bro, there's a weird box here for your wife. And Justin was like, isolate it in my office and lock the door. So it was in Justin's office with the door locked until he could go inspect it.
Oh, I got it.
Justin Beck don't play about his wife. So
he's like, it's anthrax.
He looks at it and I explained. I was like, I was like, Amanda said there'll be a box that has a lot of stamps on it. Matt said there'll be a box that has a lot of stamps on it. Like, nobody was wanting to say it's a weird-ass box. But I was picking up the cues. It's a weird-ass box. But Justin brought it home yesterday, and it was just, first of all, so heavy. I was like, what y'all doing?
I think she said it was like 20 pounds.
Dude, so heavy, and the stuff just coming and coming and coming. And originally, Justin was like, it's a piñata. We gotta beat it. And I was like, absolutely not.
So there was some debate about if they should send like an implement so that you guys could beat it. And I was like, first of all, I said, Melissa's not letting those girls beat open a piñata in her house. I said, and somebody was like, and second of all, she's not letting somebody swing a stick around those teeth. So
okay. Why
knew.
Do they know me? But also the piñata itself, she's so cute. She's now I think she's going to be our podcast mascot because she's so cute. First, like, where do you get this? So she had a little like opening and there were red strings hanging out of it. And I was like, this is very on brand for how weird we are. So I go, oh my gosh, look at the little coochie. And Justin's like, what? And the red strings were hanging out. And he goes, you know what that looks like? And I was like, you know what? Stop.
They're roots. I thought they were roots. You guys.
He said it with blood. Cool podcast. So he puts on gloves. I was like, what are you doing? Because I had said, I need you to open it. And he goes, well, then he's going to open it surgically. Because I had him take out an X-Acto knife. I didn't want any of the actual structure of the tooth damaged. So he went along with a little X-Acto knife and then like dug his hand in there like he was delivering a real baby.
I was watching the stories today and cracking up. It was so cute.
Oh my gosh. It was so very exciting. And can you believe, first of all, I went live without you. How?
I know. So I was sitting at dinner and my phone, I had it out, but I had it face down on the table. And so at some point there must have been a lull in the conversation. I picked it up and I looked and I saw your texts that said, are you still awake? And I was like, actually, surprisingly, yes, I am. So we sat there and we watched
Amanda
your
was
video.
Like, first of all, am I awake? I'm out. Okay, I have shoes on. I have makeup. Well, where were you, miss?
Well, I went out to dinner with our stranger friend, who's no longer a stranger to either of us, Nzinga. She was in town for visiting. She has a wedding this weekend. So we got together and had a little dinner.
Okay. This is making so much more sense. For a long time, I thought she actually lived in Ohio and that you guys would cross paths. No, she's from Ohio but lives in Florida.
Yes. Yep. So,
okay. So that's why y'all know all the same things. That's cute.
Yeah, it was so fun. So as I was getting ready to leave, though, Quinn goes, who are you going to meet? And I'm trying to explain, well, her name is Nzinga. She's from Cincinnati, but she doesn't live here anymore. And I met her through the podcast. And Quinn goes, you're sure she's not an old man? And I was like, I have seen her face. I've seen her picture. I've talked to her. And I was like, but I'm probably maybe needing to like set a better example for my kids. Like, don't just meet random strangers off the internet.
Oh, yeah. Well, the best example is you just start to become very secretive because you can't explain things. Like today I have lunch with two people I've never met, but have met online. Yeah. I'm meeting Andy Bellotti and Jess from Hot Takes and Deep Dives. They're BFF. And they were out, on their yearly trek to Fire Island. And they were like, if you're around, I was supposed to go to them, but I couldn't make it, whatever. So I was like, why don't y'all just come to me? And so then I'm trying to explain to Justin. I got Justin on a wild goose chase because I'm hosting them for lunch. I was like, he drinks this kombucha. You got to find this. You got to do that. And he's like, and Justin's like, wait, who are these people? I was like, first of all. I was like, it's my astrologer, number one. So we got to roll out the red carpet. And I was like, and it's his best friend, Jess, who's really nice. And I've been a guest on our podcast twice. Okay. And I was like, these are my real friends. And he's like, no, you know what? He's like, I've been in your little weird world long enough. I'm not going to ask any questions. It's fine. He's like, do you need me to pick up flowers? I was like, yes. Aww. Just go do the things. Yeah. So
that's so exciting.
It's very,
I'm so jealous.
I know. Well, I'm jealous of somebody you're meeting, but I'm not going to say nothing. I'm jealous of somebody you're about to meet on vacation, and I'm not going to say nothing. I'm just going to quietly, patiently await my photo in my phone.
Well, maybe we'll FaceTime you. How about that?
Oh, see, now, what happens when the stranger friend... See, Matt FaceTimed me one time when he met somebody. I nearly fell off my chair. I was like, how are y'all? Because, even though it makes perfect sense, it doesn't make any sense. So it's all very exciting. Like when Nzinga shows up at my hotel in Orlando while my kids are like, laid up with the flu. I was like, is this real life? Are there people that are this good in the world that you don't have to be scared of, who are lovely, that you've known on the internet for 20 years, that you can meet in the flesh, and they really are who they are?
Yeah.
Like, it's very hard to explain that. I mean, it shouldn't be hard to explain it, but it is.
It is. And the funny thing is I was kind of nervous going into it because I thought, we have a nice rapport online and, chit chat back and forth in the Discord and whatever, but you never know how that's going to translate into real life. And I mean, there was no awkward pauses in the conversation. It was really lovely. Like, I got to know more about her family and her friends and, how she made it from Cincinnati down to Florida. So it was really fun. And then I posted that picture in the Discord, and then there was like a whole little planning session. It looks like people are trying to get together in California now. So I think that they might start to, unionize and try to meet each other where they, Aaron's like, I'm going to start one in Georgia.
It's so cute. I mean, what's crazy is like, this is a culmination of like many, I'm going to say decades of like, just vibing and feeling people out.
Yeah.
I'm going to say I've met maybe, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, I don't know, 6 online, no. 7. Well, they all got famous, so now like everybody knows them, so it's like, that's not that weird if you met them. But like some people that I've met have gone on to have like giant big careers in the world. So like they don't seem like my internet friend, but they really were my internet friend first.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I would say 6, 7, 8 people that I've met in real life that I've known online for many, many years and then met them in person. And it's been exactly who they are and what they are. And it's been lovely. And we check in with each other. It's cool as shit.
Yeah.
That's one very cool thing about the internet, I will say.
Yeah, the internet is good for that.
Well, I mean, you have to still be, listen, you do got to be careful.
Right.
But I feel like I have got a great track record of no demons. I do.
Yeah, I mean, as evidenced by the people that came through.
Where'd y'all go?
There's a little Italian restaurant that has a nice patio. So we went there. We split an appetizer. I ordered a fancy cocktail. She had a little cocktail. We split a pizza and shut the place down. We were literally sitting in the dark as the servers came back out to stack up all the little chairs on the patio. We were like, okay, we should probably get going now.
And y'all were just steady sitting there watching me fumble on this live, trying to push
dying.
Buttons. Did not say, didn't try to help nobody.
Well, it was already over. So by the time that we looked at it, you were already finished. So then we just sat there and watched it and laughed. I was like, look at her go. Her little technology.
Oh my gosh, I couldn't believe it. I was pressing buttons. I had to text you because I don't know how to save it. I don't know how to do those things, but it'll work itself out. You know what you're doing.
Well, you did great. Now, I have a very important question.
Oh, no, I'm scared.
Oh, no, you don't have to be scared. What is Botan Rice Candy and how does it taste?
Oh, my God. Okay, first do you want to have an ASMR right now?
Okay, yes.
You hear that?
Has a crinkly wrapper. Is it like plasticky or like...
So it comes in a beautiful tiny box that fits in the palm of your hand. Mm-hmm. Okay? Part of the Botan Rice Candy experience is that it's tactile, but it's also very cute. It's so kawaii. There's a little tiny, one of the plastic things, it's a little tiny string, a clear string. You pull that clear string all the way around the box, and then that makes it so just the cap of the box will move. So look. Just that top, I just pulled the string around, just that top piece where I can now get into the box.
Okay.
But the bottom is still wrapped in a plastic sleeve.
Okay. Oh, I know what you're talking about.
So you're still getting that crispy sound.
Yeah.
Which is part of it.
Now, is this a Filipino candy or an Asian candy, or is it like a specific cultural thing?
It's a Japanese candy.
Okay.
But all Asians love it. I'm
Okay.
just going to say all Asians. Look, as Indonesians like, we ain't never heard of that. I said all Asians. So then at the top it says Botan Rice Candy, and there's a little orange tab. But if you look down into the box, it has a tiny little arrow. Now, when you open the box, the tab that just came out of the box says each candy has an edible inner wrapper that melts in your mouth. So now you open the box. Not only are there 6 individually wrapped little Botans, little orange gelatinous, beautiful, crunchy but not candies.
Yeah.
Each Botan Rice Candy comes with a sticker. And it's always just the most random, cute sticker that makes no sense. So the sticker is a long rectangle the size of the box, but for some reason they've made an amorphous kind of oval shape of the sticker, so this shape sticker gets everywhere. It's everywhere. I've had to get on my kids like, don't put that on my furniture. But there's just so many Botan Rice Candy stickers in this house. So this particular sticker has blue stripes at the top, and then out of nowhere, pink with red polka dots. But it's a peacock playing soccer, and he just put the ball in the goal. Why? Why is the peacock playing soccer? I don't understand. Like, who designed the stick? Why?
Yeah.
But it's just so cute. Ugh, I can't. So now you have 6 little pieces of candy, and they're stacked in there 2, 2, 2.
Okay.
So, like, when you get to the middle of the box and the top of the box is starting to feel empty, you start to get sad. It's an experience. You start to get sad because you're running out of the candy. And it's not cheap candy. The little box, I've seen in places for up to, like, it used to be $1 back in the day.
Yeah.
But the little box is like $2.50. I've seen it at Five Below for $2.50. It's like, dang.
Oh, wow. So they have it at Five Below, so I could find it here, you think?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Okay.
So, the serving size is 1 pack, so you can eat the whole box and not feel bad about anything. I mean, I eat boxes at a time. It's 80 calories for all 6 pieces.
Oh, that's not bad.
Exactly. So now look. Now you have the Botan Rice Candy, and this is where you really just I like to blow a Yankee's mind with Amanda's like, what the fuck is wrong with her?
No, this is a full experience. I'm here for it. Keep going.
So now you take out the little candy. The little candy is a little, I can't even explain it. I don't know what the flavor is because there's no flavor like it. But the outside wrapper has red writing on it, and it says Botan Rice Candy, right? Mm-hmm. But the inside wrapper is a little piece of rice paper. It's clear, but it's got like a kind of white powdery stuff on it. So that's how you know that's the wrapper you're supposed to eat.
Okay.
So now I've taken the piece of candy out of its exterior shell. Mm-hmm. That's the exterior, and it's different. This is the sound of the exterior shell, also part of the experience. And what I like to do is I like to lay them out, and I like to iron the exterior shell. It's so dumb. I like to iron the exterior shell and just put it away. You know? And so at the end, I have 6 little ironed exterior shells, and then I neatly fold them and then stick them in the empty box. Anyway, so now I have the piece of candy that's in her rice wrapper shell.
Okay.
Listen to the different sound. She's different. She's not as crispy. So anyway, you put her in your mouth, and this is like, especially white people.
Yeah.
They'd be like, what you mean? I'm like, you're going to eat the paper. What do you mean you're going to eat the paper? You're going to eat the paper. So they're like, they start trying to take the paper off. I'm like, no, that's the joy part. Don't do that.
So does it look like it needs to be removed? Like if you didn't know?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yes. And if you didn't know, it's because you're a Yankee. Okay, so I don't even know what a Yankee is. Okay.
It's a northerner. Like harkens back to Civil War times.
So, you put the piece of candy in your mouth, and there's different ways to apply the experience. You can crunch into it, but now you're mixing the two experiences. If you crunch into it, you're now getting gelatinous with crunch, but the crunch is going to disappear because the rice paper dissolves.
Okay.
So what I like to do is I like to say just suck for a little while until the rice paper dissolves. It's a silent experience. And then you chew on the gelatinous bit. The gelatinous bit is, it's softer and gooier than a Starburst.
Okay.
It's a little firmer than a high chew. You know a high chew? Asians love a high chew too.
Oh, my kids and Chris love a high chew.
It's so good. Okay, now I put it in my, only strawberry, right?
I don't know. I don't like them. I don't like candy. Like Skittles, Starburst. That's not like I can leave that alone.
Okay, I don't know if you'll like this, but it is delicious. Now, okay, it's in my mouth now.
Okay.
The rice paper dissolves immediately when you crunch. But you can take the time to enjoy the flavor of it if you don't crunch and you just let it dissolve naturally. And then all you're left with is just this really fresh, very light. I want to say bland because there's no other way to explain it. But it's not orange. It's not cherry. I don't know what it is. I don't know.
Is it just sweet without really any?
Yes, if you're a person that likes the blandness but the sweetness, the low-level sweetness of rice pudding.
Yeah.
You're going to like this. It is weird because it's orange and you're thinking it's going to have a citrus flavor, but it doesn't.
Okay. So the gelatinous part, so is it rice or is just the outer wrapper the rice part?
It's rice. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So like they've cooked down the rice almost to the part where it like starts to get mushy and fall apart and then formed it into these rectangles. Is that what it is?
Well, they're not really rectangles.
Okay.
They're like, they're sloppy rhombuses. I can't even.
It's a great band name. Hey guys, what's up, Cincinnati? We're the Sloppy Rhombuses.
Welcome back. We're Sloppy Rhombus. Come to you from Long Island. Yeah. Anyway, so I finished the candy.
And
the whole thing, like, the box says free children sticker inside. Like, of course it's for children, but it could be for an adult too. Why do you say it's free children sticker? And there's always a little elephant and a cat. And then there's the lucky cat, the cash cat.
Yes.
And then there's a giant lotus flower on top. The box is just like, I don't know. The box is just a mid-century modern gem because it's orange. It's Kelly green and bright orange.
Oh.
And then on the other side it says Botan Rice Candy and it has the little Japanese baby boy. It's just very culturally specific, but also very cute. And they've never changed the design. So it's not like you're going to go, like, sometimes something that you love, the design changes, and you're like, why did they do that? It was cool the other way.
Yeah.
Like, I need things to stay the same. Botan Rice Candy has been so the same, and the reason why I'm so attached to them is my mom got me into them. I don't even know how long ago. I mean, I don't even know how long this company's been out. Forevermore. Just forever. I got to Google it, Wikipedia it, but when my mom would give us Botan Rice Candies, she would present us the case and then be like, have at it. And now she does that for my kids.
Oh.
So when Mercy comes, she goes, I got your favorite. And then like she just gets so excited.
Oh, that's
and the
so
kids
cute.
die. And like literally the case is gone by the end of the day and it's wrappers everywhere.
Yeah.
But it's just, I'm very attached to them. But the packages, who will like it? Lennox will really like it.
Okay.
Lennox will really like it because it's just very cute.
I'm
you know
gonna have
what?
to find
Actually,
it.
it's very cute in I'm devastated. It's like when Brandy Melville or whoever is the branding creative person at one of those like cool girl stores figures it out. It's gonna be over for us. We're not gonna be able to get them. But it's just, they're just so cute, and the experience is so cute, and like, it's Mercy. It's Mercy in a box.
That's so sweet. So maybe for you, it is all of that like emotional attachment to it because it's a piece of your mom.
I mean, maybe, but also these motherfuckers taste really good. They're so good, and I don't know. It's a Howard thing. Like Marlene fucks with him. Kira fucks with him. Like nobody in our family doesn't like him. Like Shorty doesn't get it, but he understands the joy of it.
Yeah.
And like when he takes him out, like imagine like dudes in jail taking out a case of cigarettes and being like trading shit. Like my dad will take him out, have them in his hand and be like, all right, girls, who gonna do what for these? Like, what? But like they're always in my parents' suitcases when they come. It's just very cute.
Okay, well now I'm gonna have to find them.
You had to. They're so good, and like make sure when you show it to Lennox that he understands to eat the paper, and then he's gonna go eat the paper. You're gonna go back and forth maybe 3 or 4 times, and you're gonna be like, yes, eat the paper. So that's the story of Botan. Now I need to know when it would started. Hold on, let me Wikipedia.
Okay. If you're just tuning in, this episode is about Botan Rice Candy. It is not sponsored by Botan Rice Candy, but I am certain that we would accept a sponsorship, Botan.
Okay, they're
listening.
only $1 at Target.
At Target? Okay.
They're only $1 at Target. I've never seen them at Target.
I was going to say, that feels like a very specific thing to be at a Target. I love you.
Okay.
I don't know if I was allowed to.
It's okay. Love you. Have a good day.
They're here doing the driveway, so I'll just call them.
Okay.
So,
Bye, Chris. Have a great day.
Melissa says hi. Have a great day.
Thanks. Hi, Melissa. Have a great day.
You as well. Okay, here is somebody reviewed it on Walmart 2 years ago, a girl named Carissa. And look, so many of the things that I said are here, except she is wrong about the flavor. I saw in Walmart while shopping for food products, I had to buy a pack to try them out because I had never heard of this type of candy before. Of course you haven't, Carissa. When I got home, I opened the little box and I opened a candy to try it. I didn't know that you could eat the second wrapper that was on the candy till I read the flap on the box. See, you gotta pay attention.
Gotta read the directions.
She says they tasted like an orange and lemon flavor. They don't. I will be adding these to my selection of candy. Yep, I love the packaging of the container. Yes, there is like an orangey aftertaste. No, there's not. The texture was soft and chewy. It was easy to chew fully. Okay, she loves it. So, and look, the first Google search is, do you eat the wrapper on Botan Rice Candy?
Oh, okay.
Yes, you can eat the wrapper. Look, is it safe to eat Botan Rice Candy? Like, come on. Let's see. Botan Rice Candy Wikipedia. Let's find out the answer. Soft, chewy. Okay, Botan Rice Candy got me fucked up. Their own Wikipedia says, soft, chewy, citrus-flavored candy. It ain't no citrus, though. With an outer layer of rice paper. I'm trying to see what year it started.
My guess is 1952.
1924.
What?
Yeah.
It's an institution.
Just like Hello Kitty. You see why I like it?
Yep. It's consistent.
Ugh.
You always get the same. You know what to expect. You get the same thing every single time.
Oh, it's so cute. 1924. Yep. Cheap candies and snacks marketed to Japanese school children. That's me. Okay. Oh, cute. The appearance of this type of candy is intentionally similar to Western-style caramel candies. Yes, I also have a very visceral and emotional attachment. Do you remember the square caramels that came in that clear wrapper?
With the bullseye in the center?
Nope. It was just a hunk of caramel, and it came in a clear wrapper with little white lettering on it.
Oh.
Kraft.
Yes, and it was like wrapped almost like a present, like the ends were like folded under.
Yes.
Okay, yes.
Yes. I have a very major attachment to those, and these were made to model after that. Okay, so that's making very much sense. So anyway, this was an NPR level deep dive on Botan Rice Candy.
Hey,
this episode is only about joyful things.
That's right. We're back.
Yeah.
We could talk about whatever we want to talk about. And if we're going to spend 30 minutes talking about rice candy, now listen, you just taught me something, and I'm sure you taught a lot of other people something too. And if their profits rise within the next couple of weeks, we'll know it was your impact.
I mean, am I an influencer yet?
Yeah, I think so. I did get messages the other day that Cocopelli is showing up in a Google search every single time that this person searches. People are getting Crocs ads out the ass. So I think we're doing a really good job.
Just by word of mouth. We don't even try that hard. We just talk about the stuff we like. It's crazy.
Hey, did you see the Crocs pool bag that I posted the other day?
Yes. So listen, somebody, Sarah Camp?
Yeah.
You know, the lady she dresses
Shira
crazy
likes.
at the start of the pandemic, that Shira likes. Yeah, well, she's starting to go off the deep end. Shira has not looked at her in a while because the last time I checked on her, she was starting to post booty pics. I was like, what happened, Sarah Camper?
She was like, thirst trap.
Yeah, girl, I was like, how you went from wearing all these goddamn clothes to now I see your butt? So Shira's been asking me about her, and I'm like, I don't know where she went on the internet.
Uh-oh.
She was like, and Shira doesn't, she's not that, she can read now, thankfully, but she's not that good at like typing stuff in, so she'll just go, COE, find Sarah Camper. And
Lennox does the same.
Pronouncing it all wrong, Siri can't understand her.
I love when like a Siri or Alexa responds back, and she's like, did you mean? He gets so
and then
mad.
They get mad. No, I said. Poor thing, I don't be helping either. So she's been carrying a crock bag for a million years. Not that shape, not the shape that you have, which is your shape is cuter, the square shape. Your square shape actually is shaped like a Botan. She literally, keep in mind, this is a person whose whole life it is to like rethink and reimagine clothing. She just now figured out the holes are for gibbets.
Oh, I was joking. I didn't know you really could put gibbets in those.
Yes.
Oh.
You could have a whole crock bag with just By the way, did you see the gibbets that I got?
I love them. Yes, I did.
Dude, I got so many cute carrot items, and I haven't even eaten a carrot in a long time because y'all were like, Melissa, it's rude. I was like, oh, dang. So I've just been eating carrots in private now. But my eggplant emoji carrot is, gibbets is so cute.
I was cracking up when, who was it, Maj or Shira was like something about the eggplant, and you were like, it's something we like to eat.
Yeah. No, because she's asked about the glass eggplant too, and I'm like, it's our favorite food. It's a deity.
It's the reason why you're here.
She was gonna be like, what? So now I'm in the space where you are. My kids, this is their last day of school. We're just not going. Because why?
Oh, see, when you told me that, part of my heart broke a little bit. I feel like the last day of school, like to skip it, I don't think I would let my kids do that because there's like this nostalgia for like being there on the very last day. For
some reason, our school district makes the last day of school 1 hour. Why am I putting my kids on the bus?
I'm sorry. For real?
Yes.
What is
it's
the
1 hour.
reason?
I don't know. What was the reason?
Hi, Victor.
I don't know. But I'm not doing a breakfast, packing a snack.
Okay.
Putting them on the bus.
Yeah, I don't blame you for that.
Home.
That's ridiculous.
And then yesterday was a half day. That already was ridiculous.
What? Mm-hmm. Oh, no, I don't. Okay, now I don't blame you for that. If it was a whole day, I would, because my kids, like the last week, it was like field day, picnic day. Like it was a bunch of fun things. And then, the last day is nothing special, but they're there the whole day. We did all that stuff.
Mini marathon, field day, blah, blah, blah. That was last week.
Okay.
Which I missed all of that because I was in LA.
Yeah.
Shira has not let that go, by the way.
Oh, no.
You was supposed to come to mini marathon. I was like, you know what? You know where I was, Shira? I was on a red carpet, okay? I don't... And I lost an award, okay? Did you want to comfort me about that?
You know what? The thing that kind of stuff kills me. Like, I'm glad that your child misses you and wants you to be there at your events. But it's like, If in the rare chance that I have to miss something for my kids, they make me feel so bad. And I'm like, I am literally with you almost 24 hours out of every day. I'm sorry that I had to miss this one thing, but like cut me some slack. Like I'm here all the goddamn time.
I know it takes everything inside me to not go. Some people don't have a mom, but I don't say that. I just be like, I know, I'm so sorry. But this at this like occasion of my life, this is the first time my kids have ever like truly been without me, and to where I've had to just be like, ask your dad. I can't right now.
Yeah,
and I never do that. I always kind of can. But this morning, Shira just was like, I was in here setting up to podcast. And she goes, oh, really? I was like, what? I was like, yeah. Yesterday you said you was podcasting. I was like, I was gonna, and then I got sidetracked by something else, a very big something else, and then Daddy wanted to go out and celebrate. So now you're gonna? She goes, well, who's gonna cook us breakfast? Because you still a parent. I was like, okay, you know what?
Shira said, how dare you have something other to do than serve me?
The thing is, like, she checked my ass so good, I was like, okay.
That's so funny.
She said, you are still a parent.
Lennox was the only one up when I came down here. And so I poked my head into the sunroom and I said, hey, I've got to go downstairs and record. Can you do your own breakfast this morning? And he goes, I'm not really that hungry right now. I said, okay, that's fine. So then I need you to brush your teeth and get dressed because you have tutoring and we're going to have to leave when we go take Quinn to gymnastics. And that was it. And I heard somebody stomping upstairs, but in the mornings, I feel like I have a little bit more flexibility, but also I wasn't gone and being fancy. So my kids are just like, yeah, she's in the fucking basement.
Listen, I may as well have been in a basement. The way we lost that motherfucking award twice and they had me on a 7 hours delayed flight. No, let me not be unappreciative. I still don't understand it. At one point, Padma Lakshmi didn't even read the card. I was like, really?
What do you mean?
Justin told me, he's like, babe, on one of the awards, she didn't read the card. She just said the name. I was like, really? He's like, it's a setup, I'm telling you. I was like, babe.
It's rigged.
I was like, this is election fraud.
I want to recount.
I'm going to carry on for the next 2 years for having lost the Critics' Choice Real TV Award.
So who was there that you were like most excited to see?
I mean, it's a stupid answer, but it's my real answer. Chrishell from Selling Sunset.
Yeah. I don't know the show,
No,
but
I
I
got
know
your
she's like
text.
a big deal.
She's a big deal. Well, she was married to This Is Us man.
Yeah.
And
But like
then
now she's a lesbian, right?
Yes. Famously, which we should all hope that we get that part in life. She famously left the This Is Us, or the This Is Us man left her while she was doing Selling Sunset. Which was like, so then she had to move into a different house. And it just goes to show you like how the money changes once your show pops off, because when the This Is Us man left her, she moved into her own little separate house. It was cute, but there was definitely, an IKEA Expedit in the background. Like, I saw it. And then the next season, she's buying a fucking $4 million home with a pool and a this and a that. And she's got the round fucking, half circle couch. Like, she's doing big things now. So I don't know. She's like the star of this show.
Oh, she said best revenge is your paper.
Yep, she really did. She really did. And then she got super skinny, and she didn't like start messing with her face, so her face still kind of looks like hers.
Yeah.
You know what she looks like? You remember the Noxzema girl, Rebecca Gayheart?
Oh my God, I loved her so much.
Okay, if you like that diamond flat kind of like 80s all-American angle face, that's what Chrishell has. So like that's why she reminds me of like 80s Noxzema. And originally I didn't love her, but I didn't dislike her. But now I just like, I'm always on her side because she's not wrong. She's just like, the bitch has boundaries. She be telling you that's what we ain't gonna do. No, she's not fake like that. And I love a boundary queen. But she's just really cute. I mean, she's not my favorite. Listen, if Christine, who is the show's villain, was there, that would have been different because I do love her. But I love Christine for different reasons. I know that Christine is wrong in all cases. Like, girl, you was wrong for that. But Christine be wearing fashions, and that's why I watch her. Like, now, ridiculous fashions.
Are they all really real estate agents, or do they just play one on TV?
I don't know. Well, Mary, I think, really is a real estate agent and is about her business. Mary looks like if Macy Bookout, Teen Mom, moved to LA and became a real estate agent. That's what Mary's like. And Mary, like, tries to mix in Fashion Nova pieces with, like, expensive handbags, but it's not doing it. So it's like, girl, that's a floral romper. That's $17.99. Why are you trying to play like that when Christina's over here sitting Balenciaga down?
And
that's not the point. But
is it Christine Quinn? Is that her name?
Yes.
Okay, I just listened. Celebrity Book Club just did her memoir on their podcast this week, and it was pretty funny.
How to be a boss bitch or something?
Yes. Hilarious. It was like, I had a hard time growing up. My parents gave me a curfew.
Yeah, like she's always been pretty blonde.
Yeah.
Like she only has just become this like dominatrix, high ponytail, cunt, glossy red lip person, which is fabulous. Like, I love her look, but she used to be reg, like, that long, silky, like only young people can have, that beach wave hair.
Yeah.
And she used to wear, like, the first season she used to wear, like, I'm gonna wear this ripped tie-dye shirt and these leggings and go for a walk with my dog. But now she's like, I only wear Chanel on the beach. Like, what the fuck? Like, her.
Got it.
She married a really rich. I think she married the guy who invented the technology for Grubhub.
Okay.
So he's just like a 30-something, maybe early 40s rich dude who sold that technology to all the other people who now use it. And so they just sit around and be rich.
God, wouldn't that be fun?
Well, I'm trying. Listen, we're about to get these ads.
Right? Come through.
Yeah, so, but then I got your text and you're like, you weren't going to mention Bling Empire? I didn't know you watched Bling Empire.
Duh. Remember we talked about it when it came out last year, and then they came out with the second season, and for some reason nobody felt like talking about it. So I didn't know if nobody was watching it anymore. But when I saw them on the Instagram, I was like, holy shit. They were like...
I only watched the first season. I tried to get into the second season. I couldn't get into it. I don't know why. But I do love Bling Empire, people. That lady that you saw, she's very thin, very rich. Like, she just looks like a bag of money.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, shit. Candy Burris was there.
Really?
Looks like a bag of money. Dude. Candy and Todd look like a bag of money. They just looked rich. They smelled rich because I was standing right behind them. I was in the middle of an interview with a guy from E! News. And, he was like being serious, having all these questions and shit. Yeah. And I just had to lean on the wall right quick because I was like, and he's like, is everything okay? I was like, it's Candy. He's like, what do you mean? I was like, she's right there. She's right there. And like, I didn't know that I would have this reaction. And then my dumbass said the total wrong thing to her, and she walked away. But still, it's fine.
What'd you say?
I whispered in a creepy low crawl, "I love you." And she was like, "Thank you." And it looked, and like Candy is a person that her face is very expressive. She was not feeling that shit. She said, "Thank you." And like Justin was just so excited about Todd. He's like, "Yo, I think Todd and I are the same height." I was like, "Oh, you're just very excited to find a short celebrity." He's like, "Oh no." He's like, "They look really cool." I was like, "Okay, because they're our height."
They're pocket sized.
Yes, I didn't see Garcelle in the flesh, but she was there. I saw her on stage, but like I didn't get to like physically see her. But she's like really lovely, and I wanted to see her because when I was a PA on the Jamie Foxx show, she was always very nice to me.
Yeah.
Who else was there? Michelle Visage,
Who is that?
the judge
Oh.
on RuPaul's Drag Race with
Yes.
the white streak of hair.
You took a picture
she used to
with
be.
her, right?
Oh yes,
Okay.
yes. She used to be. You would know it. In a girl group that was like Expose.
Uh-huh.
The one that it takes two to make a thing go right.
Yes.
She was in that.
Okay.
I think that's what she was in. I got to get my pop culture lexicon right, but I think that's what she was in. And I've always loved her from that. Who else was there? That's all I remember. Oh, Padma was there. Obviously, I didn't get to see her in the flesh. I just saw her on stage 12 times because she won every goddamn thing. Oh my God, Melissa. Be more bitter. It was like, Justin was even like, well, fuck, if she's in the category, it's a wrap. They did. They won everything. They swept everything. Which, listen, they have a very complicated show that's very hard to make.
Yeah.
And hard to cast, I imagine, you know?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
casting a good chef.
Right.
But also, chefs are very strange people, so obviously you're going to get good casting. I
Right.
think chefs are very strange people.
Oh, remember we
Great
already talked
people.
about it. If you or did we
We
was
did?
that a Patreon? We said if you cook good food, you got to be a little fucked up. I think that was a Patreon.
100%. 100. And I stand by that. I do. If you're a normal person, you don't know how to cook.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kelly Wolf is a great cook. That's why
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, deep down, she a weirdo. Love
Yeah,
it.
I think we talked about Kelly. I think you were like, man, Kelly made this food while we were filming The Homecoming and it was so good, inside.
Yes, I do. I really feel that. Anyway,
I don't think I
Ooh,
would have
okay.
been able to I think it would have been so hard to step outside of the moment and not be like, oh my God, did you see them? Like, I think I would be so distracted by like everything that was going on around me. It would be hard to like focus on the actual real and true job that I had to do while I was there because I don't know. I think it's like kind of crazy and like weird to like see all these people that you see on TV all the time, like in the flesh.
I mean, what's weird is I only had that feeling in my heart about Candy.
Yeah.
Everybody else, I was like, yeah, hey, how are you? Because like I do think of these people as they've been able to monetize their reality stardom while they are very talented. This was a reality TV thing, and so like I have a weird not that I'm anywhere near as famous as them kinship, but like Candy is like a mogul to me.
Uh-huh.
Candy is like she wrote fucking kick off your shoes, relax your feet. Like that's what I'm really tripping off of. Like
Yeah.
Candy is a fucking bona fide star to me. So I was just like
And now she
And
has your
she's-
picture taped up somewhere that's like, keep this lady away from me.
definitely showed my picture to she definitely pointed me out to security. Oh, it was so bad. And just like, what just happened? I was like, I think I scared Candy. It was really bad. I'm so embarrassed. I was like, I love you. It was really just and it was already out of my mouth. I couldn't put it back. Fuck. I really need a do-over because I do think she might like me. I love her. I was like, I want to. It was terrible. But she is little.
Uh-huh.
Her skin is immaculate. Her teeth are really pretty. Everything about her.
Perfection.
I just love her. And the way she loves her mom, the way she be keeping it real.
Yeah.
You know, like when Candy gets upset, her voice cracks. So like when she's like on the verge of tears, but she's fucking pissed off.
Uh-huh.
That's like another thing I really relate to her about. I'm like, yes, hide the tears.
Shove those feelings down deep.
Yes. I just love her. I do.
Well, I'm glad you got to see her in the flesh and make it awkward.
Yeah, I know. What did I do?
Well, I'm personally very glad you're back. I am.
Woo!
I'm missing my regular Melissa. I mean, it's really been. It's been.
Are we about to do therapy?
A
Go
big
ahead.
hole in my life? No, I like for the last 2 years. I talk to you, as much as, my closest friends on text or whatever. And so like when there's that gap, like I find something funny and I'll send it and then I'm like, oh, she's real busy. And then I'm like, okay, well, we can talk about this later. And finished up the deep end. And I was like, I don't have anybody to talk to about this.
My God. Can we just talk about the deep end real quick?
Yes.
This is why I've been needing to talk to you. I mean, I've been needing to talk to you. Hey, business partner. Hey, new friend. But more importantly, Teal Swan.
Oh, my goodness.
Amanda, what have you gotten me into?
Dude, I need like 16 more episodes. Yep. I need a full-on reality show.
Yep.
Because 4
I want to
was
follow
not
her
enough.
day to day.
Yes.
Correct. Yes. Listen, she's compelling as shit. She's pretty to look at.
Yep.
And she's fucking actual
crazy.
Crazy girl. Crazy girl.
Okay. The first couple of episodes, I was like, yeah, this is a cult. And I agree with the private investigator. For those of you who are like, what the fuck are they talking about? There's a show on Hulu called The Deep End. It follows a spiritualist named Teal Swan. Google her. Don't get sucked in. Watch the documentary. It's just 4 episodes. But I thought, okay, this is kind of like, your run-of-the-mill, white lady with a nose ring and some, tribal tattoos. People are, looking for answers. Great. But then when you get into like the deep, like dark-sided shit of like what she's actually saying to the people in her inner circle and how she treats them and this like codependency that she creates, it's just I mean, it's prime. You're bringing all of these people in at a time when they're feeling very vulnerable and looking for answers. And then you're creating this traumatic, like everything that they showed at those retreats felt very traumatic. When they were like dunking that girl underwater and making her scream.
Oh my God. I was like, are they trying to drown this lady?
Yes. I was like, what? Why? What is the purpose? Are we trying to take people so far that they feel like relieved at the end, and so there's this like rush of like endorphins and then they feel attached?
Yes.
I don't know.
What was the girl's name where she was very defiant? She was like, I just don't want to do this shit anymore. They're like, well, you're a very hard person to understand because you've been coming to these retreats for 3 and 4 years now, and now all of a sudden you can't take it.
Yes.
Teal's whole thing is to pretend like that is absolutely beyond. That is so inappropriate. That is so rude. I can't believe you could do this here. We have a problem on our hands. But really, that's exactly where she wants this woman, so that they can try to drown her.
Yes. No, anybody
and then give her a kiss.
Right. Oh my God, that part I was just like,
I love you.
Oh, it's so dangerous. And anytime somebody shows any little bit of resistance to what she's saying, it's automatically that narcissistic response of, well, you don't belong here, or you're not working hard enough, or who are you to question this process? And then they make people like go and do this like really deep, dark, emotional shit and then praise them for that. And I think it's just this like constant feedback loop of like, your shit, I'm going to, exercise this demon out of you, and then we're all going to be lovey-dovey, and then you go right back into the same thought pattern because you're not really ever solving what you came to solve.
And then when she does her seminar work where she wears the flapper's gown.
Yeah.
Which is also just her fashions. Listen.
There could be a whole...
Her Wolf Galaxy jacket
yes.
is crazy.
It's so good. It's so on brand. That's the thing that I can't get past.
Oh my God. Her mandala adult coloring book leggings. What?
I know.
But the thing is, these people are taking a woman who is wearing a Wolf Galaxy jacket. Dead ass serious. I'm like, y'all don't see this coyote on her back?
Right.
Are y'all okay? But when she does her flapper and the thing is though, here's the part. There is a weird piece of me that respects her hustle. Here's this woman. She had, some traumatic life experiences. She worked through them however which way she worked through them. By journaling, whatever her therapy was, whatever, she retained a certain skill set on how to observe, quantify, explain her pain in a way that felt relatable to a lot of people. And then she found Blake, and they made a fucking really successful YouTube channel. Like, that's what I thought I was getting into. Here's the successful YouTube channel culture, people. Like, because we don't ever see that. Like, that's a business, and she went from YouTubes to in-person seminars, and I started like, hold on.
No, I mean, if you look at like that list of rules for the inner circle and the conversation that she was having with Blake's wife and saying like, you can't go home. You can't have other people in your life because they don't understand. Like, that is cult 101, is separating people from their friends and their family, because you can't have those outside influences being like, dude, this is dangerous. Like, you need to stop this.
Well, the thing is just her cognitive dissonance. Like, you did say, she'll say she didn't say a thing right after she said the thing.
Yep.
Just gaslighting people. I didn't say that.
Yep.
You literally just said that. I have the document here. What are you saying? Also, I watched you just say it.
Yeah.
The rage that she has and the YouTubes that she posted with her unhappiness with the outcome of the documentary. Like, girl, that's what y'all really say and do. What are you saying?
Right. Yeah, the whole thing is just...
But when you go to her seminars, when she has the flapper gowns on and the girl with the big hat is sitting there and she's like, I just don't... Everything is so vague. I just haven't felt good about my life. I don't know if I should move forward. I don't know if I'm pushing back. Like, what does that even mean? And then she goes, it sounds to me like you can't move forward. What?
Yeah, it very much feels like a cold read, like with a fake psychic or a fake medium. You're just repackaging what people are saying to you, and she puts it in, like you were saying, a very plain speak conversational way. Like, there's like a little bit of sarcasm. She's a little bit jokey. Like, how silly is it that we have these like self-limiting beliefs? She doesn't mince words. Like, when people say stuff to her, she just speaks. You know what? This just hit me. I think it's like the same thing, like the people that like the way that Donald Trump speaks, because they're like, oh,
tell it like it is.
Yes, that. And so they're thinking like, well, this is the only person that will be fully, truly honest with me, when they're not being honest at all.
Yeah, they're susceptible as shit. I mean, I don't know if I want to be... Listen, should we go so far as being like, you dumb motherfucker? It's crazy, though. Like, y'all don't see how crazy this is?
Yeah. I'm curious how things have been affected. Like, I'm curious if people that previously followed her are now questioning their choices, or if people have doubled down.
Hold on, though. I will say this. After I started watching it, I went to her YouTube and watched like some old stuff.
Yeah. And
some of the old stuff was like, it was high art. I couldn't tell if she was joking. You know, like if it was like a Tim and Eric skit. I'm not kidding. I was like, yo, if she's in on the jokes, this is the fucking funniest comedian of our time. Like
the stock
scapegoat. No. Scapegoat. And then she posted a picture of a goat. Ma'am. And
yeah,
I was like,
I was watching one of them and I was like, somebody just went through Shutterstock and downloaded like the most generic random images to put with this little PowerPoint presentation.
Yes. So at one point there was a hamster in a full metal armor. I was like, where did she get a picture of it? Like it was a gerbil with armor on. Yeah. And she was dead ass serious. And then she took like Shutterstocks of people screaming and like what?
Woman smiling, eating salad. Yeah.
Yes. So I was like, what? For me, I was like, this is high art and this is hysterical, but it also is giving digestible pieces of advice. So she was like, you don't have to stick around for people that treat you poorly. 100%. I love that.
Yeah.
You can create a boundary around people that treat you like shit. 100%. I believe in that. But then also, you're wearing a wolf jacket.
Right.
What?
Suicide is a reset button. No.
I think this documentary really, because there had to be a segment of the population that watched her that didn't take it seriously, that thought it was funny, but it's really nothing. It's not funny. There are people that really believe in her idea that you can kill yourself and start over. What?
Right. And I thought as I was watching the scene where she was talking to the private investigator, so they hired a private investigator to research and talk to people that had been in her orbit and people who had left, and talking to the inner circle. And she seemed really surprised at the findings that the private investigator came back with. And so then I started to wonder, like, does she really think that she's being helpful, or does she understand that what she's running is a scam, or does she? I don't know. I'm curious. Like the whole scene where she had that girl, quote unquote, connect with was it Amir?
Oh my God.
Amar, like acting like a medium. Nobody said that this woman was a medium. Nobody said that this woman could do this. She just like put her on the spot. And I'm curious to know, like, is it a grift or is she really serious?
Well, it has to be a grift, because did you see her walls? She has a turquoise wall, an orange wall, a green wall, a purple wall. Like, girl, what?
Yeah.
And then all that wooden furniture. She's like, this is her retreat. These are regular ass motherfuckers. I can't get over this. Just like, her whole aesthetic is my Aruba vacation dresses. And people are paying her a lot of money for her to tell them they're a piece of shit. It's crazy.
It's crazy.
And a part of me is like, I wish I was a scammer, because this is absolutely really, truly, they fuck with her.
They do. Deep. I mean, people have these deep parasocial relationships and emotional connections. I don't know.
It's crazy. I mean, I need more.
And the stories of people saying that, like, they were starting to rewrite their childhood, rewrite their histories.
Yeah.
And imagining abuse.
Dude, to exaggerate about trauma that did happen.
Yep.
Based on what she did. So her assistant, and listen, disclaimer, I'm not minimizing or trivializing anybody's trauma, but the assistant literally said that part of her abuse included her family putting 4 toddlers on a barbecue grill. Ma'am! When did this happen? What state? Why didn't anybody say anything? They cooked you on was the barbecue grill on? Like,
right. Yeah, some of her claims are so fantastical.
Yes, it was just like, yeah, like she was zipped into a flesh suit.
Right. Yeah.
Where did this man keep the flesh suit?
Right. How did it stay fresh? How did you actually get your body inside of it? Why weren't your parents questioning? Why weren't the cops questioning? If all of these children went missing from your local area, like, why didn't anybody say anything?
Listen, here's the thing though. We have a justice system that's so fucked up. I could see fucked up things falling through the cracks 100%. But I want to know, who is the person that the flesh suit belonged to, and is there a missing persons report on that? You know what I'm saying? Like, that, some of it was just so, what do you mean? And I don't know. The fact that every single person that she rocks with also has just a high level abuse, and their family is actually seeking a relationship with them. Like, the assistant's like, she doesn't see that she's the common denominator.
Right.
She doesn't see that all these people that you're in this retreat with, their families want them back. You are that problem. And she's like, no, of course their families want them back.
Right.
She's like gaslit herself.
Yep.
But I mean, her hair is beautiful.
Her hair is gorgeous. Her eyes are very pretty. It's just, it's a whole other world. And I need more. I need so much more.
Well, I'm scared to start watching her YouTube because I might just fall into the trap. I can only watch a couple at a time.
I mean, but honestly, like, think about it, because there's a podcast and that's how I got introduced to her. And one of the co-hosts was saying, like, had I found this when I was like having really dark thoughts, had I found this when I was in a really low place in my life, she was like, I could totally see, because her voice is very even and gentle. She's nice to look at. And I think that you could feel like this is kismet, right? I found this, I was Googling, whatever, depression or anxiety. And the way that they've set up her SEO is to bring that stuff to the forefront. So if you're having trauma or whatever, and you're in this dark place, it's not, the universe wasn't pointing you there. It's just somebody knew how to put in the right keywords. And now you found her YouTube page, and now you feel like you're being spoken to by some, universal force that's like trying to help you, when in reality, it's very dark.
Super dark. Listen, I mean, I definitely wouldn't fall for it because the way my melanin is set up, but
I'm white, so I would have just walked right into it. I would have run upstairs.
Girl, Amanda would have loved that. Do you know about Teal Swan? Oh my God, she's so amazing.
Right?
But I love how she names everybody something blue. He's like, well, you would be surprised to know that my birth name is not Cyan. You think? Teal gave me this name.
And that's her middle name. So she's Mary Teal. She's not even like Teal.
Dude, Mary Teal sounds cooler.
You know what? The crazy thing is I had a friend who was Brianna Teal. And I remember her telling me her middle name, and I was like, that's crazy. And she's like, yeah, it's like my mom's favorite color or something. I was like, wow.
So what's her last name?
Well, Swan is a married name. I don't remember what her maiden name was, but she's been married like hella times too.
Oh. And not to Blake.
Not to Blake. God, poor Blake.
Blake just survived.
I would like a whole series about Blake and Blake's recovery.
Yep.
Because he looked really happy in Germany.
When she said to him, oh my God, what's it like to finally be in love with someone and it's not me?
I know. Damn. Oh, the way
what
that
I want to know, though, is how did Blake's girlfriend get that far into it and didn't have red flags before she moved in?
I almost wonder if she didn't really recognize what was happening. Like, I think that part of me feels like she thought, I'm special. I am getting access to Teal's right-hand man. I have been seen as somebody that is worthy of this. And then once she got in and kind of saw what was going on, and Teal was so angry that she was there and so threatened by her presence, because I think deep down she knew that Blake was going to, like, if this girl got in deep enough, that Blake was going to leave her.
Yep.
And so I think that once she kind of got in and she was feeling like bullied and threatened by Teal is when she was just like, I can't do this. And when they told her she couldn't see her family, I think that was the final straw.
Oh, the final straw wasn't when she inhabited a dead lady?
No, because I think she felt like she's trusting me. I think that when people get called out by Teal and they're being not elevated, but like put into a position of power, I think that they feel special, right? When a narcissist looks at you and praises you, you feel special, you feel seen, because they don't typically treat you like that. And so then you want to perform and do the things that please them. And as long as you keep pleasing them and doing things in support of them and like raise their social status, or you raise their, image, then they keep you around because it constantly makes them feel built up. So I think for her, it was that she was like, oh my God, I'm being recognized. I have to perform. I have to do this to make her happy.
That shit was wild.
Crazy, crazy. Thanks for listening to Imperfect Strangers Podcast. We have new episodes every Friday, and you can hear them anywhere you listen to podcasts, except for Spotify, because we are not there anymore. You can find us on Instagram because that is the one social media that we really, truly understand, or at least I do, because Melissa can Twitter, and I don't know how to do that. So Imperfect Strangers _podcast is where we are at Instagram. Turn on your notifications because we go live every week after we release an episode to talk to you about what we chatted about. So stay tuned for that. We are on Twitter at Imperfect Strangers. Again, we have a Patreon, patreon.com/Imperfect Strangers Podcast. We have a website, imperfectstrangerspodcast.com. You can learn more about the podcast. You can listen to episodes, and you can also get access to our merch. In the meantime, share this podcast with your friend. You can leave us a 5-star rating and a review on Apple Podcasts. And I guess make sure that you subscribe or follow along wherever you listen to podcasts so that you don't miss a single episode. Thanks again so much for listening. We truly, truly appreciate you. We are so excited about the rest of the episodes coming up this season. Take care, be well, and we'll see you soon.